So a little editor's note before you start this video about a forgotten cemetery or a lost cemetery. It's not lost. It's manicured. The cemetery is well taken care of. It's just an older cemetery. But what gets me is I was looking for a freed slave cemetery. And it's probably there. Didn't find it. I'll mention that multiple times in the video. And I'm pretty sure it's in, the grave I was looking for is in that cemetery. Because it's not like that grave, the grave sites, the cemetery isn't affiliated with a church. It's not affiliate. It's not like any of the churches downtown. It's not like the Rose Rent churches where there's a cemetery behind them. And I kind of explained that in the video. I just want to clear things up. Cemeteries are important to me because I feel like I don't want to be forgotten when I die. I want my legend, my myth to live on. And because I've done some, not to be arrogant and foolhardy, but I've done some amazing things myself. I've done some great things. And I don't want to be forgotten. I know at some point in time, we're all forgotten. Someone will forget about us unless we do something seriously great. But those were people. Those were soldiers. There were mothers. There were daughters. There were fathers. There were sons. And it took me a while because I did a metal detecting video after, and I just started thinking why I like cemeteries so much, because it's a creepy thing. It's a morbid thing. But they're reminders of what we were, and that's what just stood out in my head. It's just reminders. The cemeteries are reminders to the people of the future of what we once were. I guess I don't know, but just a editor's note, just my little thought process why I like cemeteries and why you should never forget the people that have come before you, I guess. All right, mainly digger out. That got really serious and deep. My apologies. It was a fun video. Mainly digger out. So I am at a cemetery in Chambersburg. This cemetery has a part of it that was for freed slaves back in the 1800s. I'm looking for a certain tombstone that will establish, because it's not well marked, but it says that the body beneath it was a freed slave. I have no idea where it is, so I'm just kind of looking at the oldest graves, or the oldest part. I'm guessing this is the oldest part of the cemetery, because it's not. It's not well kept. It's not that it's not well kept up. It's just that it's kind of disorganized when it comes to graves, and I guess. All right. Not the grave I'm looking for, but that's a pretty old grave right there. Oh, I love graveyards. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just a morbid person, but I love graveyards. I don't know, just something automatically I start to talk lower, quieter, out of respect. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, check this grave out. There's multiple. Well, you see it a lot, especially in the older graveyards where the headstones begin to deteriorate. Can't really find a date on this one. Oh, here we go. Jane. You can't read anything else on it because it's so old, so weather worn. At 1907, so not that old. What's this one say? Beloved husband and wife. Can't read the date. This one, Isaac Page. No, he was in the Army. He died at 75. He 1893. That's pretty cool. Same here. There's a lot of, I don't know if these guys were in the Civil War or not. Probably. I'm only guessing. I guess that those indicate that. But there's a lot of graves with those types of markers on them. See if this has any writing on it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I didn't really find what I was looking for. I was looking for a freed slave graveyard. This is an old graveyard, so it's probably here somewhere, but I don't want to spend too much time looking for it. But graveyards to me are just a peaceful place. And yeah, this is definitely an older graveyard. I wouldn't say the oldest, it's not the oldest in Chambersburg, but it is I mean, I'm guessing it started off as a slave graveyard because it's off the beaten path. It's not very well known, or maybe a family like graveyard. But yeah, it's not like all the graveyards in Chambersburg there's some that are like this where they're off the beaten path. And there's some that are, a lot of them are like by churches. There's a church around here at one point, I don't know where it was. But like the ones in town are much older, but the gravestones are much, especially during that era, the 1700s, 1800s, the gravestones are much more elaborate. The ones here aren't. I mean, they're just headstones, that's all. But all right, mainly dig out.